Hey everybody, I'm playing a game of chess here. This is on GameKnot, and I'm going to play it with my son in the room, which means you will experience a never-ending series of disasters, right along with me. Hey! Queen h5. Attacking nothing at all. Right? Yeah. Not sure what that did. I've never seen Bishop c4 and Queen h5 as the first two moves after e4. Okay, so now he's going to try to play maybe e5. So we're going to stop e5. e5 knight moves away and then queen... Well, no, even that. It doesn't matter. I'd forgotten that I'd stopped pretty much everything he can do with e6. Alright. So that does nothing that I know of. Why don't we try to gain some space on the queen side here while he's goofing around with this stuff. Or I could fork these pieces. I don't know if that does anything useful. I'm just going to gain some space over here with a6. Okay, oh, he stops it. Crazy. Aware enough to stop that move. Okay, let's see then. Now we go ahead and just get castled. Not sure what I'm going to do with my c8 bishop right now. So, my son is currently just putting his head on the ground and yelling. Not too distracting so far. I'm really surprised that he played that a4 move. That's crazy. It's crazy because this is not the opening of somebody experienced in chess. We'll just say that. Okay, so now he's looking at bishop h6 probably. This doesn't do much. I could probably play like knight h5 or king h8. Let's do this. I'm probably king h8 is probably just better, but who can concentrate at a time like this? So, all right. Now, this is why probably king h8 was better. Because now what do? I just play g6, but it's pinned. I'm just going to play g6. Now he plays bishop h6, probably. And I'm actually making a mess of this. But I can still play knight e5 at any time I want. Or even knight d4. If I play knight e5, where does he put the queen? I mean, h3? Yeah. It's looking like knight e5, queen h3. Looks kind of fun. Let's do that. Son is distracted by TV. That's good. He's come out of his pants since I started the game. He had pants on and now he doesn't. So. What's the follow-up here? I acted like this was some big breakthrough to be able to chase his queen to h3, but it is not. So we're gonna get something going here. Let's get some central play going. What I'd like to do is break through in the center while the king is still there, which probably won't happen. He'll probably just go ahead and castle right now. This queen is out of play. That seems not good at all. I don't think I can immediately punish it, but it seems not good at all. I'll just come back here. No, thank you. You're gonna currently handing me a handful of drumsticks from his toys. And deciding not to after all. Okay. Stay in the room. So I'm playing horribly. Making no apologies for it. We're attacking g4 here. There's knight f3 possibilities with the queen out of the way later, maybe. I'm putting pressure in the center with the king in the center. That doesn't do anything useful, does it? Can't I just play knight g4? Knight takes g4? And then he chases it and I come back there, or... Okay, yeah, I would hang it because there's no escape squares from here. So let's do something else. Let's just bring it back. See, knight takes g4, and then if he plays f3, that'd be a pretty critical weakness for him, but I also am going to lose my knight.
Milk?
I'm going to be materialistic for now. Are you bringing me your milk?
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 Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Milk. 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 Milk.
That's right.
Milk. Milk.
Thank you. Now I have some milk.
Milk.
Yeah. Alright. I have to move here, so I'm going to probably break open in the center, because I don't see why not. I have two diagonals with dark squares weak here, and only one dark square bishop to fill them. That's a bad thing. His dark square bishop is active. That's a bad thing for me. So I have several things working against me. I don't think any of them are super critical right now. His main problem is he can't castle queenside right now because the knight is there. Probably castling queenside would be his best bet, though I would have some attack, I think. He can't castle kingside because there's a mess over there. He's just decided to punt the pawn that he just ignored. And now he's going to try to thrust some pawns at me, and I'm not scared of that, I don't think. I'm trying to decide right now, what's my time? My time's fine. E3 doesn't do anything. Alright, we're going to do this, and I'm looking at queen a5 check if he takes with the queen, because I don't want to trade queens. And then he'll play something. He could play a block with the pawn or the knight, and... We'll just have to see what to do there. I'm not 100%. Really got to get that bishop off the back row and get my rooks involved. Alright. This is the better thing for me. I am going to... It's queen over here, followed by the rook over here. Granted, this doesn't do anything right this second, but I'm supporting a knight d4, which will do something. I have no idea. He currently has his head inside of his easel. Now, I think I can just ignore this. I should just ignore that. Alright, let's go for this for right now. Josh, get out of that. Right now. Hey. No. Alright, so attacking the bishop here, which is undefended. And he has decided to try to castle, which is bizarre. Alright, I need to make some decisions here. I'm down to about a minute. Let's do this. Oh, hey, look at this. This guy's spamming me with Islam guide and other stuff. That's pretty cool. Very handy. Later on, when I want to look that stuff up, I will have it in this video, so that's really good. I'm going to pretend like I don't see it and not comment on it at all, to him anyway. And now Bubble Guppies is on, and he's completely ignoring that. That used to be his favorite show. Alright, so now we are defending D3. Still over a minute to go. That's good for me. It is time to get my bishop involved. So this diagonal looks pretty good. What I'm going to do is probably play B5. I'm just going to do it. How bad can it be? B5. If he takes here, I'm going to take with the F pawn because the H file is already open. And there's no real danger along the F file right now. That makes this diagonal weaker, but I've taken his bishop, so that is not an issue. All right, I think here we can start to... I'm not sure what we can do. This isn't really threatening anything, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this pawn off. And if he keeps his bishop there, I'm going to be able to play like C4 and get some crazy stuff going on that way. Alright, that doesn't do anything at all, right? We've got this diagonal going. This thing's going to be in the game soon. What a messy game. Yeah. So here I can just retreat the bishop back into G7. He's now going to bring me two of his toys that are stuck together that I get to fix while I'm in time trouble. I see it. Bring it here and I'll fix it. Now here I can just pin that knight and that'll be a problem for him, I think. No surprise checks, so... Alright, here. There you go. All my pieces are... Hey, that's tied to it. It gets to stay tied to it. All my pieces are on the queen side. And what I'm going to do is start taking... I don't know what I'm going to do. I've got time. Take, and then we've got some problems on F7, but they don't matter. And I don't want to get rid of this piece. If I don't do anything, everything's fine. So let's get my knight back into the game over here. Now this is threatening knight E2. And he's threatening checkmate now. No big deal because I've got queen C7. Right. Can also... Oh, no. I just almost can fork him there, but not quite. My son is going to be as loud as humanly possible now because I'm in time trouble. Hey, be quiet. So I've got all these forks and checks and things. If this knight moves away, then knight F3 wins. Knight E2 is always interesting. Bishop's going to come to B7 and knife in there. There's some stuff here, but I can't think about any of it right now. He has 4 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and he loses. Okay. So interesting. I wouldn't mind looking at this game. I wonder if there's some way to get the PGN of this game. Save. Get PGN. Not before he spams me with those one more time. So I'm going to get rid of that. And now... what I'm going to do is get Skid versus PC going here, and then I'll let you look at that as soon as it comes up. Alright, we're going to add Skid versus PC for you. Oh, it covers me up, but that's okay. You didn't want to see me anyway. Okay, so in Skid vs. PC, I will paste the PG in, import, and here's the game. And that way I can do some things like turn an engine on and see who is actually winning at the end. Well, I mean, obviously I was winning. It's negative 12. So I wouldn't mind just stepping through the game and kind of seeing how things were going. So say here, it's already negative 1, pawn ahead. I do want to see if I did anything really super critically wrong. I didn't really care for a6. This is Stockfish, by the way, Stockfish 4. So it's a pretty good engine. Here I need to play c4, which is probably a good idea. Like I told you, knight h5 was probably terrible. I do need to play g6 there, so that was probably right. Just looking at the engine and not doing too much evaluation. Anything but queen h3 loses badly there. I'm still only a half a pawn better, so I've given away all my advantage. No real surprise here. I guess I could have played knight g7 here, but it's not that great. c4 once again. Here knight f takes g4 was right. Yeah, I was worried about, and I can do this real quick. I was worried about, say, f3 or something. You know, I wasn't doing much calculating. So what do I do here? I do bishop h4 check. Yeah, that would be pretty fun. Alright, so that's something I missed. Okay. Once again, now the plan is to open up the center. He takes d3, so I'm doing really well here, up the equivalent of a piece with basically even material. I'm actually up a pawn, I think. This is all fine. Notice, by the way, the game's over. My son is completely quiet and serene. That's how it works every time. I don't know how he can tell I'm playing chess, but he can tell very easily. Okay, so this is kind of a circus game. It's Blitz. What are you going to do? So, hope you enjoyed watching it. Thanks. See y'all later.